Hey everyone, this is Luke from Those Travelholics with a bit of an interlude to the vlogs that we're currently dropping about our trip to Turkey. If you're new to the channel, Stephen and myself love to travel and equally love showing people what we get up to on our adventures. We'll put some links to our social feeds on the screen now so that you can connect with us and find out a bit more about that. But if you've been following us for a while though, you'll know that we've been showing you a bit over the past few weeks about our adventures during our first ever trip to this country. Today we're going to take a short break from documenting that trip to focus on one specific thing, and that is showing you the rooms that are available to stay in at the Club Prince Turan World Resort in Side. We're going to show you our room first of all, and then we're going to show you two other differently designed rooms that our friends who we are with on this trip are staying in. Now we'll continue on our actual holiday footage next week, and if you're interested in seeing more, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications so you know when we put new content out. For now though, let's kick off the room tours with our own room, which is a double standard room in the main hotel building. Okay, better late than never. It's time for our room tour, which we experienced for the first time a couple of days ago, but you guys get to experience for the first time now. The first thing I want to show you though is that on the side of the door there is a colour-coded indicator. So if it is white, that basically means no one is inside, which is good for the housekeeping staff. If it's red, it means there's somebody inside, so please do not disturb, and it's absolutely essential. But anyway, let's see if Stephen is ready to show us around.
Welcome to my crib.
Can we come in?
You can come in.
Great, so
we are here. So just so everyone knows, there are multiple types of apartments and rooms in this complex.
Yep.
And the hotel markets itself as a 5-star, but that's Turkish 5-star. So you will probably see, but it's really between a 3 and a 4, depending upon what you have, and a lot of things that you search online, like vlogs and chat PBT and various other bits and pieces will actually confirm that. But this is a double standard room, and this is what you can expect. And also, we are in the main hotel. So Amy has got a standard room, but she is in an apartment complex. And
somewhere down there, isn't
somewhere
she?
down there, which we will hopefully see at some point. And Kirsty has got a duplex, so she's got a downstairs and an upstairs because she's got the 2 boys. And that, she specifically requested that and paid an additional supplement for it. But this, I want to say, came standard, but it probably didn't, because if it came standard, Amy would be here and she's not. So maybe we paid slightly more, slightly less. Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we'll start with the wardrobe space, which is to your left. So
it's to my right. It's to your left, my right. Yeah.
So as you can see, we are 2 people, obviously being a double room.
Yeah.
I don't think that is an unreasonable amount of space for 2 people if you're here for a week or 2 weeks. Interestingly though, Amy said that she's got drawers in her one.
No, I'll clarify that in a second. She's got exactly the same space as us, but I agree, in terms of wardrobe space, that is quite good. And actually quite like the fact that you can put your suitcases in here as well and keep them well out of the way of the room so you don't fall over them or trip over them in the middle of the night. But I think that's probably where the storage side
kind of
ends in terms of positive things. There is also a mirror somewhere behind those shirts that Stephen might just try and demonstrate a little bit. So if you want to check yourself out, you can do, but it's kind of hidden behind all your clothes. So it's not great if you've got loads of clothes to put in there and you're looking for a mirror to dress yourself in.
What I do like is the fact that there is the strip light in there as well, and actually I think that can turn on and turn off separately, which is quite nice. And I recall when we was in Barcelona, we had that lovely wardrobe in there, and it didn't have a strip light in there. And this is kind of like, that would have just...
You are right, yeah, because we complained about it being dark in there, didn't we? Yeah. Anyway, so that is the wardrobe space, I suppose, in inverted commas.
But it's weird though, because I think I would prefer to have 3 doors.
Yeah, because that's literally 1 door, and you can either cover up the wardrobe or you can cover up your drawers, but you can't cover up both at the same time. Exactly. And this is what we just kind of mentioned very briefly. Like Amy was basically saying that her chest of drawers was this, exactly what we've got.
Exactly what we've got.
So there are 2 of us, and all we have, apart from the little space up here that has the pillows and the extra duvets in if you want to have something extra to keep yourself from getting cold at night, and the safe, which is always really important.
And I actually think saying this, the safe takes up a lot of space.
It does take up a lot of space, yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that. But all we've basically got for 2 people, I wouldn't even say they're drawers, they're just cubby holes.
Yeah. So you can work out between you what is mine and what is Lou's in terms of how it's been folded. We will leave that there.
All I'll say is who's top and who's bottom.
On this occasion, you're top.
Anyway, and then there's a little space there for kind of like bags on the bottom. But in all honesty, I don't think that's very much. You know, we are literally here for 1 week, and we struggle to basically organise our clothes and put them in a decent way.
And I came with 5 pairs of Speedos for this holiday as well. And I don't normally wear Speedos, but feeling body confident, as Dim Levitis says, what's wrong with feeling confident? And I am at the moment. One interesting fact though, the safe is free. You don't have to pay any extra for it.
That is true. That's
which is one of the only things that you don't have to pay extra for.
Yeah.
I don't like it when you go to like all-inclusive resorts,
yeah.
And then like a thing like a safe, you have to pay for. It doesn't make sense.
I agree. Like if you're all-inclusive, you're all-inclusive, right? And how many all-inclusives have we been to where when you get there, you find hidden charges, like upgrade charges for the alcohol package, upgrade charges for the safe, upgrade charges for, extra blankets, upgrade charges for the iron, all that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah. But, and on that note, there is no iron in this room. Or iron involved.
No, and that may be a problem later when we need to work out what we're going to wear for our white party on our last night, right?
Yeah, so we've decided, because Luke and I, for anyone that's been following these vlogs, we obviously bought some outfits for the cruise, and we was hoping we was going to have a white themed event, and they didn't release the itinerary. They then released it when we was already out there, and we didn't actually have a chance to bring it, so it was a missed opportunity. But I encouraged Kirsty to kind of buy some white stuff. Luke obviously had his stuff. Amy got something. So white is right, and that is our last night that we're doing. And I actually think with our tans that we're going to have, we're probably going to look quite good. Anyway, if you turn to your left, you can see the bathroom area. So I have to admit, I like the tiles everywhere.
The whole thing is tiled, isn't it? Literally from floor to ceiling. I can see myself in the mirror, which is making me feel very self-conscious at the moment. But yeah, the whole thing is tiled. From floor to ceiling, or from ceiling to floor in this particular order.
But as Luke will show you the shower over there, it is literally just a standard
it's just
shower fitting. And so again, if I'm thinking of 5-star resort, I'm thinking of a rainfall at the very minimum.
Yeah, or at least some kind of choice. But this is basically like a... Let me go down for a second. It's basically like a bath tap, isn't it, with a hose.
And as you can see, there is hair and body shampoo there. I've not used that. I bought my Florida stuff.
I used that this morning. That was all right, actually. It wasn't too bad. And actually, when I first walked in here, I had that heart-sinking moment of just saying, right, is this literally just hair and body shampoo? And thinking, that's all I'm going to get for the whole next 8 days. But actually, they do have a little supply of shampoos, conditioners, body washes, soaps, and various other little bits and pieces even on the side of the sink right there.
But the one thing I would say is if you actually zoom in and look at these down here, these, which are the conditioner, are all at different levels, which makes me think that previous people have used them and they've just not replaced them.
I'm just going to say I used this one this morning.
Oh, okay. Well,
so that could be why that was a bit lower.
But yeah. So anyway, so this is the bathroom area.
Yep.
Obviously, one sink. I've not used this. Have you used this?
I don't know what it is.
Oh.
Okay, it's hand wash, right?
Hand wash. So you've got hand wash there, and you've obviously got soap.
Yep.
You've got 2 spotlights. You've obviously got the mirror.
Yeah.
The good thing is you've got a European power port here. So remember to bring an adapter if you've got toothpaste. If you've got toothbrush that you need to charge. Anything, that type of stuff, which is really good. Have you used this?
I have not used that. That looks like a Hoover, not a hairdryer.
At least this one works.
Yeah, that's true actually, because I want to do properly. Okay.
Right, okay.
And then there's just behind Stephen.
And I will preface this, for anyone that saw my TikTok about Antalya Airport, tell me you've been to Turkey without telling me you've been to Turkey. If you've not, go and have a look at it. And the link to our TikTok channel will come up here. But it's not an issue because we actually have an actual toilet.
Somewhere behind that door, which I can't quite get behind. Let me just try and... Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's an actual toilet rather than a pit, basically.
And I will encourage you to go and actually look at my TikTok because it's quite funny. I literally, after that flight, I really need to go to the toilet and I opened that urinal and I was shocked, to say the least. Very, very, very shocked.
Anyway, there's a toilet and there are some hand towels there as well. What about the rest of the room, the more interesting stuff?
Right, okay, rest of the room. So, as standard, you get some coffee making facilities. This came actually in the room.
Yeah.
We brought this with us from the
Block Hotel.
Block Hotel, including these as well. You do have a mini fridge, and I have to admit, this is a pet peeve of mine. Like, I don't like it where it opens.
The door opens one way and the fridge opens the other. Yeah.
Right. So as standard in the mini fridge, it's all soft drinks, but it's all fat. It's all
full fat.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I don't drink that, you don't drink that.
Yeah, so that's not going to get touched at all.
But apparently, according to Amy, this does get refilled daily. So if you are a guzzler of this type of stuff, congratulations.
Yeah.
If you're not like us, then it will just stay there probably for the rest of the holiday.
Yeah.
I did have a look at this earlier. This is a manual of all the bits and pieces about the hotel. The standard.
The
stuff.
standard. This is how things work.
Yeah, I will do a screenshot here of it laid out on the bed so you can see what it is, but it's the standard do's, don'ts, nice to knows. This was our free
fruit platter that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah. For the God knows what happened.
What happened yesterday? Yeah, exactly. It looks quite nice actually, doesn't it? I'll leave the apples to you. I might have some kiwi fruit. I may have banana. I probably won't eat the pear. I might have an apricot. Who knows? And if not, we can share it with the other guys anyway.
Yeah. So
you can also see though that there is plenty of space here for all your personal effects. So like all our lotions and potions are all laid out here, along with underneath that hat which Stephen has hidden is our hairdryer, not the vacuum cleaner. It's in the bathroom, and then Luke's stuff there basically.
So as you can see, they only think one person is staying in this room. They probably picked me because I'm the lead booker.
Yeah.
I do like the little touch. But this is really good because, as you can see, you can actually use your YouTube and your Netflix on here. You can actually
so that's cool. So you can cast stuff from your phone or your channels to the TV.
But only those specific apps. We've not had an opportunity to look at the actual live TV bit because it's probably all going to be in Turkish.
Yeah.
And at the moment, it's probably all going to be political with what's going on between Iran and America. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I don't know how I feel about the mirrors here because the room is actually quite big anyway.
The room is quite big, right? But there are like mirrors
everywhere,
the whole way along. And I don't know, I think to me that makes it feel a bit more spacious.
I mean, the room is a decent size anyway, I have to admit. And the one good thing as well, it's pretty well insulated.
Yeah.
Okay, so although this is a double room, they have given us two separate beds, which I love, as you know. When I typically go away, I like two twin beds. Yeah. I like a neutral zone. I have my own bed.
You have an entire, like, massive gap there.
And so Luke, I bestowed on him the double bed. I've been in the single bed, and I have to admit...
But we can mix and match if we need to, right? We could even just, like, have the same bed.
Yeah, but main point, the beds are very comfortable.
They are comfortable, to be fair.
Very, very comfortable.
And actually the decor's quite nice as well, isn't there? Because there's like some uplighting there behind the bed. This kind of really nice light fixture on the ceiling here as well. Oh yeah, one isn't working, is it?
So again, this goes back to the 5-star thing. If you wanted 5-star, you'd expect them to check these little bits. And actually, we'll show you in a minute, but there's a lot of scuff marks on a lot of the furniture in it. Again, not bestowing of a 5-star accommodation. Equally as well, there are two plug sockets here by the beds.
Yep.
European adapters, same as in the bathroom.
Although, just one point to note is like you got the adapters between the two beds, right? Or the plug sockets between the two beds, but you haven't got one on that side over there. So if you're the poor person sitting on that side of the bed, you have nothing. Whereas on this side of the bed, there's lots of stuff to share.
Yeah. We have a chaise longue. Are we going to call it that?
Well, that's what it is, I think.
And again, I think it's quite comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks quite smart. And then I guess lastly...
Not just lastly, we have bedside
drawers. Yeah.
They're actually quite shallow, I have to admit. So I'll show you this one here, because that one over there is filled up with Luke's gym stuff.
Gym stuff, yeah. It's not gin, like I'm drinking gin.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of just a little bit. It doesn't come out very far, as you can see. It's not very deep.
It's a fairly basic drawer, isn't it?
But they do have in here an emergency sewing kit.
Oh, that's kind of handy.
Yeah. And obviously the phone, and there is a directory somewhere. I think it's in the actual pack over here if you want to know who you need to call or the rest of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that.
And
then we have the outside space. So we are on the first floor,
Yep.
literally just above the
lobby
restaurant.
bar, yeah, and the restaurant, yeah.
And I have to admit, it's not too bad.
I agree.
The only problem is, I would say, with this particular room is if you have an appetite, you can actually smell.
You can smell the barbecue, you can smell the food, yeah.
And it really does get your taste buds going. But as you can see, you've got a nice view of the resort in this direction. And just over here, you've actually got the whole ocean, which looks pretty nice actually, with the palm trees.
I'll just try and pan around a little bit so everyone can see that. Yeah, that's quite nice as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Very oddly, you can smoke out here on your balconies, and the actual hotel encourages it because they give you matches. Courtesy of the hotel. But I think this is quite a decent space.
I think it's quite a decent space, isn't it?
And just behind you there is an area to dry your dryable.
Which, as you can see, Stephen is taking full advantage of. With all of his apparel.
These are two of my Speedos, and yesterday was Patriots Day.
Oh, okay.
For me, anyway, it was.
Okay.
And one final thing is the aircon unit. And I have to admit, the aircon unit looks basic. It looks like it's falling apart, but
it's actually quite good, isn't it?
Does it cool the room?
Yeah.
It really does. We can get it down as far as 14 degrees, I think.
Yeah, I don't think we need to do that though. It's currently on 20 degrees, which for me is cool to slightly cold.
Yes.
For you, I think you're quite happy with that temperature, right?
The one thing we would say is, don't leave the door open and the aircon on because it will make
it condenses and then it starts to drip and then your floor gets all wet.
Yes. But yeah, otherwise, this is the double standard room in the main hotel. So hope it gives you a bit of an idea of what to expect. As we said, if you just look around the bed over there, you can see a few scuff marks on the bedding. Again, it's going to look down here.
Let me show you one obvious one, which is on the pillow. Right there.
And then there's like one over here as well.
Yeah.
Actually quite a big one.
Like just down there.
And then if you just look at the end of the bed on the floor, just under the bed as well.
We'll have a look at it another time.
There is bits of dirt and grime under there. Yep. So this is what I was saying in terms of not necessarily 5-star standard, but it's comfortable, the aircon works, the water pressure in the shower is good. Obviously they've recognised me as the lead booker, despite the fact they don't like me videoing. But yeah, comfortable. Today has been a better day. And
we have a few more days left to explore Turkey yet, right?
Yes, we do. So we are hopefully going to slide into this Amy's room, Kirsty's room, just so you guys can get a comparison. Yeah. I think Kirsty's room is really good if you're a family. She did do a little walk around for us when we were at home and she was out here, and she called us, and it does look quite nice. She's obviously got 2 boys, so she's got 2 cots in there, and again, it doesn't compromise too much. But yeah.
And that's about it then.
That is about it.
Right, we'll catch you guys later. Okay, so as we mentioned, our room is located in the main building and is literally just above this lobby, which we are showing you just now. The next room to visit though is the family 2-bedroom duplex with a balcony and garden view. Now these are almost like mini villas and you need to walk away from the core building to reach them. But the grounds are pleasant and it doesn't feel like it's too far away from where all the activity is. I should just say though that the room is being used by our friend Kirsty and her family, including her 2 young children who are far too little to be on YouTube at the moment. They're closely following her around right now, so this will likely be a bit more of a series of stitched together brief shots to keep them off cam, but hopefully it's enough to give you a good gist of what the room looks like. So we're just checking out Kirsty's room because it's a bit different to ours, and we thought that you might want to see what like a family room looks like. I don't know which one it is actually, but you go up these little steps and then I'm assuming it's this one because the other two have got people in them, but we'll find out in a minute. So on entering the room, you find what we assume is designed to be the children's area. More on why that is a bit later. Normally there would be 2 single beds separated by a side table, but at this point they have been pushed together by Kirsty. Again, we'll explain why in a bit more detail shortly. But it is a fairly sizable downstairs room with plenty of space, including a wardrobe area and a fairly sizable dressing table with a mirror and lighting. The wardrobe itself is fairly similar to ours in that there is plenty of hanging space but very little drawer space, and the mirror is again on the back wall inside the wardrobe, which we think would make it challenging to use if the wardrobe was full of clothes. There is also a bathroom on this floor which Kirsty has adapted to be for her kids at the moment. It's fairly well maintained, but I do have to question the connotations that my mind draws from the various shades of brown the hotel has used to finish it. So this being a duplex, there is also a second floor accessed by this rather steep looking set of stairs, which in my view is not particularly child friendly if you have got kids with you. At the top of that set of stairs, there is another bathroom on the left hand side, which is equally as well maintained as the downstairs one and doesn't look quite as dingy given it has white tiling with some quite bright backlighting behind it. Now this area is primarily designed to be the adult bedroom, but Kirsty and her husband have moved themselves downstairs as their kids are a little bit too young to be left alone at night on their own just yet. Hence why the 2 single beds were pushed together and there is a bit of a lack of bedding on the upstairs double bed. There is also a wardrobe for storage of clothes, but again the mirror is behind the wardrobe, which is not particularly practical. This part of the room does also have a TV on the wall, pleasingly directly opposite the bed, which does make for easy viewing, far easier than if the TV is on the side or at an angle. But bizarrely, it's also the dressing table area, and it's clear that the mirror is almost entirely obscured by the TV, making the use of this area perhaps a bit of an impractical experience, again in my view. And lastly, there are 3 cribs in this room, 1 on this floor and 2 on the ground floor. Kirsty was keen to point out that the housekeeping staff always carefully place the soft toy back on the pillow each day, which is a nice touch. And then of course there is the balcony with garden views when you want to chill out for a few minutes. So that is room tour number 2 done, and we are now well into the evening, as you can now see. The third and final room to show you is the garden room with a balcony view, and this one is fairly similar to the one that we are staying in, but unlike ours, it's not in a big building. Instead, it's in a smaller block behind the activity pool, which feels a bit more remote. The pro to that is that it's a fairly quiet area. The drawback though is that it's probably the longest walk of all 3 from the area where most of the attractions on the resort are. But we're going to hand over to our friend Amy to show us a little bit more. Okay, so we are outside room 4113.
That's where the party is.
And Amy's going to show us what's behind that door.
There we are.
Ooh.
Welcome to my crib.
Oh, okay, it's kind of similar to ours.
Yes.
But your bathroom looks... I'm jealous of the bathroom actually.
I don't think it looks the same as yours.
But it's, the decor is like different, right?
It's just the tiles that are different.
Yeah. I suppose like the features are kind of the same, aren't they? In terms of like the sink, the shower, and I won't show you the toilet is behind there as well. Okay. And the wardrobe.
Huge wardrobe.
It is a huge wardrobe, isn't it? Oh, but your mirror's on the outside, right? And I can see Stephen in it. Say hello, Stephen.
Hello, Stephen.
I can see Stephen at the moment, but your wardrobe's on the outside. And actually what I like about yours...
She's got 2 doors.
Is you've got 2 doors, so you can like cover the whole thing up, right?
And a bigger safe.
And a bigger safe.
Oh yeah, and a chest of drawers.
So maybe we had a rough deal with our room, I don't know.
Yeah, and then this is the fridge.
So so our mini fridge is on the floor, right?
Oh, yeah, see mine.
Whereas yours is right there. And then you've got like, what's that underneath the mini fridge there?
It's just another cupboard to put more stuff in.
Oh,
So loads of storage space.
Okay.
And then again, another space there.
Interesting. So you got the same kind of setup with like a double bed and a single bed.
Yeah.
And then you don't have a lady's fingers or tiramisu sponge fingers behind your bed like me and, sorry, like Kirsty and me and Steve do.
No.
But that's all right.
And you have a chair as opposed to a chaise longue.
I do have
It's a chair, yeah, that's true. That is true.
Very comfortable chair.
I mean, the TV is like not on its side, but it is opposite the bed, which is always a good thing.
Exactly.
And there's a mirror here as well.
Yeah.
So I think there's like less mirrors in here. But what do you think, Stephen? More storage space?
The thing I like about it is the lighting on the ceiling. So
yeah,
because, sorry, Amy doesn't have, so it's all down.
So yeah, exactly. It's up lighting, isn't it? So we have like dangly stuff. Whereas Amy's got up lighting.
It's all condensed and hidden.
Yeah.
Although Amy's extractor fan must be
Amy's aircon is like
a lot older because it's analog.
Oh yeah, so you've got a dial, right?
Yeah.
But you've got a vent, whereas we've got a remote control, but like a big ugly air conditioning unit on our wall.
Oh.
Either way, I don't know. Interesting. And then what's outside the window?
I have like a recessed balcony, so under the ground floor.
Oh, it's like a little kind of terrace
and this is
type
how
thing.
the kittens got in and couldn't get out.
Oh, I see. So like they like, jumped off the edge.
Yeah.
Into your balcony area, and then couldn't work out to get back out again.
Yeah.
What is that party?
That's a different hotel.
But you can't actually hear it in the room,
No.
so it just goes testament to actually how good the...
Yeah.
And this is a lilo that someone decided to put on my balcony. That's not mine, so
Ah,
if Steve wants it, you may have
there you
it.
go. Free gift. That is really loud though, isn't it? Okay, well, that is Amy's room tour done. I think kind of similar size to ours, but Amy seems to have a lot more storage space. What do you think, Steve?
Yeah, the room proportions are, I would say, quite generous.
Yeah.
The furnishings could definitely deal with a little bit of upgrading if they wanted it to be 5-star.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, they generally usable.
It is what it is,
Yeah.
right? Right, anyway, enough of the room tour stuff. We need to head back to our room because we have an early start in the morning. And that is it in terms of room tours for now. Whether you've already booked to stay here, are thinking about staying here, or are just looking for some inspiration for places to visit, we hope that this was useful for you. Now, we do have lots of content on our channel from our various adventures across different parts of the world, including other things that we've got up to on this specific trip. We'd love you to check that out, so feel free to head over to our channel to see all the different vlogs that we have there. If you like what you see, it really helps us if you give us a thumbs up, and more importantly, we'd love you to subscribe and turn on the notifications so that you know when we put new content out. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok too, and of course we love reading everyone's thoughts and comments. We always make a point of responding to each one. That's it for this vlog though. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you on our next vlog very soon.